Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's close to midnight here in Massachusetts. I'm just getting out of the gym after a long day of work, and I've been asked a question a lot, especially lately with what's been going on around the country. And it's, what do I do if I'm pulled over by the police and I'm carrying my gun? There's a lot of videos that have been made on YouTube, but I get asked this question a lot, so I figured I'd address it in a video. If you watch my videos, you know I was a police officer for a very long time, and it was in one of the most violent cities in the country that often appears on the most murders in the country list. And I'm going to give you my point of view and what I would recommend that you do, and what the average cop prefers to see. You don't have to do any of this. If you do this, though, you're going to gain a level of respect right off the bat that is going to make that encounter go a lot easier. So say you get pulled over for whatever the issue is. As the cop's pulling you over and he's stopping you and he's running your plate and stuff, it's the perfect opportunity to turn on your dome light, roll down your window, and put your hands on your wheel. And keep it there until you're told to do something else. So often in my career, people are darting in and out of the cab of the car or the passenger compartment and trying to get their paperwork and everything ready, and they're going in the glove box or lifting the arm compartment. And those are all things that cause the average cop to say, whoa, something's going on, why is he moving? And there's a term, it's called furtive movement. And that's one of the last things that the cop wants to see when he's behind you in the middle of nowhere in the dark of night, and he's the only person on the scene, and he doesn't know what you have in the car. The last thing they want to see is you darting around in a dark vehicle. So, pull over, safe location, roll your window down, put your dome light on, hands on the wheel until you're told otherwise. Now, as the officer approaches, it's normal human nature to want to know what's going on. So you're gonna look in your mirror or whatever, but don't be like looking behind you or trying to watch every movement, because that's gonna send, even if you're doing it innocently, that's gonna send all kinds of messages to that officer, like, holy shit, what's going on? Why is this person acting so suspicious? Because the average person isn't trying to break their neck looking at what's going on. And then after that, do what he asks. Or he or she asks. If you're asked to get your license and registration, do that. Now, if you live in a state that you have a duty to inform that you're carrying concealed or even open carry, or even in a state that's constitutional carry, I always was grateful when a person told me straight up, keep your hands on the wheel, and then say, officer, before I do anything, I want you to know that I have a firearm on my hip, wherever it is, say where it is. It's on my left hip, my right hip, my front right pocket, on my left ankle, whatever, a samurai sword stuck in my ass, whatever it is. Let them know, and say, I do have a license for it. Would you like to see that? And they're going to tell you what they want you to do. Everybody's different, and how they're going to want you to proceed. But I'm just going to tell you from what I did, and it was a matter of practice for my whole career, and it worked out well. So put your hands on the wheel. If I say, the person says, license and registration, please. Officer, I do have a firearm. It's on my right hip. My license is in my back right pocket. How do you want me to proceed? Put it on them so that they feel like they're going to be able to make a decision that's safe for everybody. And what I used to do is just say, all right, keep your gun where it is, and let me, and get your license, and do it slow. Just let me see your hands. Don't do anything crazy. And a lot of times I had people who would just, when they got their registration and their license, they would give me their concealed carry permit as well. And I recommend you do that, because that tells that officer right then and there, listen, I have a firearm license, which means I'm legal, and more than likely, if I'm showing you this, it's because I have one on me. And that's going to start the dialogue. I would always say, okay, do you have your weapon on you? Yes, I do. Where is it? Okay, as long as that stays there, we're going to be okay. Just don't make any movements without me knowing what's going on. And that was that. I would handle the situation, do whatever I had to do in the stop. If the person had to get out for whatever reason, I'll obviously be cognizant of where the firearm was, but I'm not one of those people who's going to flip out and slam somebody on the ground because they have, illegally carrying a gun. The last thing that you want to do is start reaching for that goddamn gun. If you say, hey, listen, here's my permit and here's my gun, chances are you're going to start a response that you don't want to elicit. Never make any movements when you tell an officer that you have a gun or show them you have a permit. Never make any movements that aren't asked for or warranted. Just do that, guys. I mean, keep it on the up and up. Think about it. If put yourself in that situation, it's whatever the situation is, you get pulled over, you're approaching this car. Now, every cop knows that when they do a traffic stop, it's one of the most risky stops there is, one of the most risky parts of the job. And it could let's be realistic. Especially if you're notified, hey, I have a firearm. There's a lot of thoughts that go on in a cop's mind, and just be on the up and up and let them tell you what they want you to do, and then just do it that way. If they say, all right, with your left hand reach over and unbutton your seatbelt, or do that. And if they say, with your left hand or with your right hand, or wiggle your right leg, however they want you to proceed with getting your paperwork or what have you, do it. I have been on the scene of some officers who immediately, for whatever reason, want to take that gun and render it safe, or put it on the hood of the car or the roof of the car or whatever. But let them take the gun out. If they want the gun, put your hands up so they can see him. Say, officer, I would feel more comfortable if you unholstered the weapon, just because I don't want to make any crazy movements or get you upset. And just go from there. It's not that big of a deal, really. If you're carrying legally, it's not that big of a deal. Now, if you're legally carrying, I still would proceed with caution. But if you're illegally carrying, you're probably not going to be watching this video anyway. But that's just what I would do. It's what I always preferred people do. I always was grateful when somebody gave me the heads up that there was a gun in the car. And if it's legal, good for you. And I always shook that person's hand if they were legally carrying. This channel, I'm a big proponent of the Second Amendment. Always have been, always will be. And apparently, this is a big topic in our culture, and it's really not that big of a deal. Just handle yourself accordingly, and keep the officer informed, and do things the way that they want things to be done on the traffic stop, and you'll be good to go. Thanks for watching, guys. It's really late. I've been up since 5 a.m. I gotta get some shut-eye. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Until the next time, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry your gun. And let me know if you're carrying it. Take care. Bye.